This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Blvckbox. I'm joined by Dillian Whyte ahead of his second show. Dean, how are you feeling ahead of tomorrow night?
Good. Tired, but good. We've got a good turnout. We've got 10 fights, all sanctioned by the board. Everyone's on weight. So tomorrow we've got business, man. Static, you know. It's quite a quick turnaround from the last one, November. You know, because of obviously the lockdown and pandemic and stuff, everything's come around quite quickly. So I'm just happy anyway, nevertheless.
Comparing it to your first show, what are you doing differently? What have you learned from that you want to make it even better this time around?
I think people will see tomorrow we've tidied up things a little bit. But you know, once you do something once, it's easier the second time. So, you know, that's what we relied on, and it did make, because obviously the relationship we built early put us in good stead, you know what I mean? So this time it was a little bit easier, but nevertheless, it's quite a lot of work. But we've got a good team, everyone chipping in, doing their bit, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man.
Talk me through some of the fighters, some of the card. Obviously, you've got the likes of John Harding Jr., Jeff Ford, people who will know very well on the British scene, amongst others who are making their way up.
We've got even Martin Farouk as well. You know, what is he, 6-0? Good super middleweighters. So we've got a good few boys on this time, you know what I mean? And Aaron Prosper gonna, you know, and a few others. So Tony Banj is there, gonna try and get the numbers up, hopefully look for some titles for him soon. So I'm happy, man. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to put together, especially getting all the fights across the line. I think that's an understated and an underrated thing. Because if you look at a lot of small shows, a lot of them, when I was coming in, a lot of them were saying, boy, it's hard to get the fighters through, get their medicals done, make sure they pass, make sure they pass COVID testing. And yet again, we've got them all passed, COVID tested, through the board, medicals. And we've had, to be honest with you, we had another two pull-outs a couple of days ago. Alfie Craig just pulled out a couple of days ago, and we had 11, so now we've got 10. And throughout the course of this, we've had about 5 or 6 people pull out. So luckily, resources, and I had people on standby, so it's been good. You know what I mean?
Do you feel as excited as the first show, or do you feel even more excited because you know what you've done to improve this time around?
Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. So the improvements will show, because we're going to, you know, in terms of the look aesthetically and things, what we're doing, we're going to try and make the experience better. And then we've just organised some stuff with the board and that. So there's going to be a lot of good things going on and tidying it up, and hopefully people will see the difference in the show. You know what I mean?
So just get your thoughts on a couple of things. Obviously, I saw Craig Richards here, a lot of talk about him facing Joshua Blvckbox next. Your thoughts, provided that one gets rubber stamped and goes ahead?
Hell of a fight, boy. Hell of a fight. I hope they're going to be paid really, really well. They're both guys of mine. Hey, Tone. Not yet, my friend. Sorry. You've got to wait, mate. Yeah. They're both friends of mine. I know them for a long time, and that, you know what I mean? So, Craig's someone I kind of go around and do stuff with more. So, but Blvckbox is someone we've come up knowing. We're brethren as well from the same area. So, you know what I mean? It's a good fight. But as I know both boys and their brethren, obviously I want them to be paid well if they got to fight each other. Take care, my bro. So I'm looking forward to it if it does get made. You know what I mean? And it's a tricky one.
Obviously, away from that and on to Dillian, the biggest purse bids in boxing history a couple of weeks ago. Firstly, what was your reaction to seeing such huge purse bids?
Well, I'm surprised that Frank Warren won. That was probably the first thing, because obviously we expected maybe Eddie DAZN to win. And other than that, you know, we've got to still continue to see how it plays out. As you see, there's not really much been said about it. I can't go into too much about it. And I've been focusing on my own show, to be honest with you. Obviously we talk, but we don't talk about that. I just let him do his. He's asking about how my show's going and stuff like that. And I've been concentrating on, but it's going to be a hell of a fight if and when it does happen. That's all I'll say about that.
Dillian's had, as you say, he hasn't said much himself. It's been like radio silence, as it were. Are you confident the fight does go ahead, or is there anything which could mean that it doesn't happen?
I don't have those kind of answers, but you know, we're hopeful. Let's see what the future holds. But I'm sure fans are hopeful and everyone wants to see it. So, you know, let's see what the next few weeks bring.
Is it a surprise to you to see Dillian be so quiet? Obviously, we're used to seeing him kind of being very out there and public with his opinion.
Maybe, I guess, you know, I don't want to say too much, but it's not his usual self. Obviously, people know he's a little bit more vocal, but I'm sure there's things going on and everything will be apparent and clear very shortly. That's what I can say about it. But hey, tune in for tomorrow. That's what I'll say. Boxing Heist 2.
Final one. How does Dillian, on a personal level, just feel about it all?
Not sure. I didn't speak to him about it, regardless. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see, like I said, in a couple of weeks. Sorry about that.
So that's fair enough. Listen, final word to yourself, obviously ahead of tomorrow night. Anything you want to leave on?
You know, anyone want to come down, we'll be selling tickets on the day. We're going to have a great night, great fights, 10 fights. Tune in, might be streaming it. We'll find out tomorrow. And pop down if you can, if you're local.
D, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks.